welcome to part 3, Maria Trolle's Fairytale Worlds. So this is our first page we're doing in this book, and we'll be doing 12 this year, one a month. So let's start with the tree. So we'll start with the chocolate, 1082. We'll just go very lightly, because I will be adding more colors here. I can see a bit of white tooth on the tree, so I'm just going to fix it while I see it. Because if I wait, I'll probably forget. Okay. So I hope you're enjoying this color along, and if you are, please like and subscribe. And if you've colored any of the pages that I've done, just let me know, and always makes me happy. I have a couple of people that have messaged me to tell me that they have colored the pages, and that really makes me happy. So there's still plenty of tooth left. So we're going to think that the sun is setting right between these trees, like right here. So we'll be adding some lighter shades towards that area. So I've taken out the goldenrod, 1034. And on the left side of each branch, I will use the goldenrod. I've turned the pencil in my hand to keep it sharper. So on the right side of these branches here, so with the chocolate, I'm going to go over all of it again. So I used the white to erase the part that I went over the line, because I don't want to go in with the eraser and have to fix up the whole area. So just a quick little way to make it look less conspicuous. And then if I want to come back with that yellow ochre, I can do that right here. Try that. Let's go back over everything here with the chocolate. Again, I went over the line here, so I'm just gonna go in with my dark green and nothing shows. Okay, now with the chestnut 1081, I'm going to go over on the shaded area, which here is on our left side. On this tree, it's on the right side, we have our darker shade. So this chestnut 1081. On the right side. We can go back with another layer. Get rid of whatever tooth you see. And I'm starting to have a lot of wax, so I'll probably go in with the blender. Blender here? I do. Okay. My favorite blender, the Caran d'Ache. So I'm gonna blend that in together so we don't have too much tooth. If you have the Prismacolor blender, you can go ahead and use that. Whichever blender you have. There we go. Okay, let's start the house. Yeah, we can do the roof there. We can see the roof. So, Let's start with the Indian Throne Blue. Okay. I'm going to sharpen it. So I'm going to do the side, the top, some contouring. Okay, so there. Now each little line will go up or down depending on the line. I'm just following the line. Okay. Now here there's going to be shading under this plank. Here as well. You can go ahead on the tree with your blue for shading. Blue and green go very well together, so, and then after that I'll take my dark green and just blend it out. I'll add more shading on the side of this pine tree here. So I use the Indian Throne Blue, and with the dark blue I'm just going to blend that out. There we go. You could do the same thing this little corner here, because this pine tree is shading, and blend that out. All right, the next color we shall take is the 904 Light Cerulean Blue. I'm going to sharpen this properly. I'm going to go in between the lines here where I see paper. So far on these videos, some videos I've added some music. It has to be the copyright music. And some I have not. So let me know what you prefer. There we go. And then with the blue lake, we've used the blue lake for the sky up here, the 1102. So we'll just color these little ties up here. With the Indentrin blue, we'll just do the top here of that little tie and the bottom. And then with our light cerulean blue 904. We will blend the dark in. It's not really going to do much of a difference, really. So I'll get the white. Sharpen my white. Okay. And back with the darkest blue, which is the Indentrin. I'm just going to go ahead and redo some lines here. Under the chimney will be darker. I guess on the left side of these little ties up here. And then with the white on the right side of them. Color them a little bit more with the Copenhagen so they stand out a bit more. At least half of the bottom. So half of it is colored. The bottom half. You don't really see them. The effort was there, and with the blender, here's my color blender. Where are you? Okay, I'll use this one here. This is the Derwent blender. Just using what I have right beside me here. So the white, I'm gonna keep white, so I'm not going to blend it in the dark. I'm just blending what is white. pale blue. Once I've done all the pale, then I'll go and do the dark so that they don't get mixed up. This is a very small area and I want to be able to keep my shade and my highlight. Okay, so now for the darker area. Okay, so for the second level, we have our shade up here, and then we will go each line Let's see what do I have the color wheel here? I do. I want to show you why I went with this blue. So if we look at the color wheel, the yellow ochre, which is all over here, has a complementary, you see the yellow, orange, yellow here. The complementary line is blue violet, which is indent throne. And I've taken out the violet as well. So let me sharpen the violet. So I'm going to add a little bit of violet down here. Over with the indent throne blue, so a bit of both. So now we have the blue violet. Okay, I'm gonna go right over the violet and a little bit beside. Okay, now with the Blue Lake 1102, come and do the light areas, leaving just a tiny bit of the white. What's fun with following a tutorial, 904 light cerulean blue, is that you'll start using pencils that you don't normally use. So now I'm just going wherever there's white paper. And after that, I'm going to go in with the blender. Get rid of that tooth. Okay. With the blender, we'll go in the lightest areas first. We're taking care of the tooth. We have to try to go only in the light areas, and go when we finished all the light areas, then we'll go in the dark. Now I can do all the dark areas. So I'm going to finish this little part here, and I'm going to continue the rest with speed coloring because it's just repeating itself. You want to make sure that the shaded area here is nice and dark. So with your indent blue, all right? Okay. so let's get the house colored. I'm going to start with the chocolate. So on the side here, we'll do the bricks afterwards. Under the roof there will be some shading. Our cozy cottage is coming along. Let's do all of the areas where we see little lines. Always nice to go up to the cottage and have campfires outside, or on a cold day, the fire going inside. On the left side of this window and on the bottom, left side, the bottom. Okay. Our next dark color is chestnut. A very light coat. So here in Quebec, we have lots of snow, lots and lots, so busy time skiing, not for me, but for the kids. Skiing and skating and sleigh riding. All right, now we're gonna go in with the goldenrod. Very lightly again. I can go in lines up and down. Okay, and we're bringing in the yellow ochre, 942. So I'm going a little harder so that we won't have too much tooth left. We have a nice warm feeling. Now you've noticed I didn't put a piece of paper with my hand on it. I think because I'm filming, I prefer to keep the page nice, you know, without having that piece of paper always in the way for the camera. And but at home, if you want to, you can put a piece of paper, a sheet of paper, just not so for your hand. So let's go back in with the chocolate and go over the lines that are there. I'm gonna add some. Okay, with our blender, we'll blend between the dark lines. Just trying to maintain those lines and get rid of as much tooth as I can. So today there's music with the video. So I'm curious to know if you like it with the music or you prefer it when there's no music. And if I don't get any replies, that means that everything is okay. Either which way. Alright, so we have this nice little cozy. Okay, I'm going to take my apple green 912 and finish coloring this area here. gonna have to find my jelly rolls and be able to color these. So let's put some of the apple green up here. Get things to be a little different kind of green that we have up on the page. Okay, so let's do all the ones on this side here. If you don't have any more tooth left and it's not accepting your pencil, then you stop there. So I'll do this side as well. It's still accepting some pencil, but it won't accept a whole lot. But I still get a tint of the green that I have here. Adds a bit of variation on the page. Now, here I was going to leave this yellow for the sky, but now I'm thinking, no, this is going to be grass. So I'm going to go in with that green. And then the dark green. I have some blue over here, which I like to add to my green, 1087. Gives us that other shade, different from the other ones. And now we'll go in with that apple green. Pressing hard. There we go. So it just looks like it's part of the grass, the lawn. Okay. So I'm going to do these trees here. The shaded areas are over here. Over here. Underneath, and here. Those are the shaded areas. And then we'll go with the next one, olive green 908. Just blend that out. Let's go in the middle with that as well. And by the house, it's going to be shaded and underneath. So here we go. On the left side here of the trunk. And then with the apple green, apple green, we're going to go ahead and blend all of that. So we're just having a different kind of green, a different kind of shade, or tint if you prefer. For the bottom here, we'll go in with the 908 dark green, adding a little shade here. Okay, let's add in a bit of yellow to make it kind of look a little bit different from the other areas. So this is the yellow ochre 942. We'll go in with the olive. I'm just going to sharpen that. So with the olive green, so it's pretty dark here by the house, so let's color all of that to dark for some shade. And it's going to be darker right underneath. Okay, so on the left side here, it's nice and dark. On the left side here. Here. It's going to be dark all along the tree here. On this side as well. Okay, let's go in lightly for the wrist here. Okay, with the apple green, we will add a bit of color here, or maybe we should try the grass green, give it a bit of a different tint. Let's try it over here. Give this a little bit of the same. So, okay, this is the trunk actually. I'm coloring the trunk grass green. All right. Okay. It's a lot of green. Okay, let's finish up all these trees here. I'm going to start with the goldenrod so that they stay lighter. I don't want them to go too dark. then with the brown, we can go lightly. Okay, so with the blender, I'll use that Derwent blender because I can get the tip nice and sharp. It's a nice hard tip, so to get into these tiny little areas. So here we can see a bit of the exterior. I should have left just a little bit here, but anyway. I'm going to leave this one. Okay, so for this trunk, there we go. Okay, let's get those windows nice and yellow. So I've taken out the 942 yellow ochre. Okay, and do I have yesterday's yellow somewhere? I had that one, Deco yellow, I think. Yeah, Deco yellow. We're going to sharpen it. Okay, so let's see in the center here. So that's 1011 Deco yellow. Trying to go light-handed because I sharpened it quite sharp so that it would get in here, in these tight spaces. And with the terracotta, let me sharpen that a little sharper. And let's just try to get on the left side here and on the bottom and just connecting. Almost like a very small moon, quarter moon. How would this look up here? I don't really have much toothless, so it's not really taking very much. How about if these little tiny things I went with the terracotta? That works. Let's say that this twig here and this one, let's do those with terracotta. Let's do these little ones. Okay, we got ourselves a why not, right? So these are a little bit bigger, so let's do the yellow ochre with them. Okay, this is very sharp, so I have to remember not to go hard. So I'm going to go on the right side with the yellow ochre, 942 on the right side. Okay, and then we'll go on the left sides with the terracotta. It's nice and sharp, so I have to remember to go very light-handed, not to break that tip. I don't normally sharpen them this much unless it's a very tiny area like this. There we go. So that really warms up the scenery. And let's try these leaves in yellow, in the Deco Yellow 1011. Probably would be better if I took the jelly roll. Now the bricks that are showing underneath the covering here, we will just each line with the terracotta on every line. Come down like this a tiny bit and around. With the Deco yellow, just do like a half moon. Picking up some of that terracotta as I go. And I'd like to do these in blue. So I had the Indenthrine, the light cerulean, blue lake. These are the ones that I was using. I also have my lightest one here, 1087. So let's start with the lightest. So 1087. Go in with our medium color, light cerulean blue. So I'm going to sharpen that very sharp because these are very small areas. Might as well do the other side at the same time, right? Okay, so light cerulean blue 904. So I'm going to do a corner over here, over here, and over here. The left and the right, corner, corner, left and the right. Do the same thing over here. Okay, now with the Indenthrine, we will go over that, not all of it, just very corner. That's such a beautiful blue. Okay. With the blue lake, I'll try and pull some of that out. I'm gonna go back and just get some of that nice indent in there again. so bright, such a outstanding color. Makes me feel happy. Really nice. Those little things up here, I'm going to go back just. I'm going to try and make the whole contour darker. Still have some little tooth here. I'm going to cover tooth by tooth. That's how crazy I am. Okay. Some everywhere. I'm gonna have to go back with my blender. I'm gonna have to go back with my blender. All right. Now for these I'm going to try and go as lightly as I can on that line. Okay. This is very tiny. I think they're called Venetians, right? All right, so let's just get this to blend a little bit. Okay, that's fine. Should I at least do the line here and here? Okay. For the inside of the window, maybe I will go with 904, the light cerulean blue, and just go one color. I can always add in some Posca, some white Posca, just to give it the feeling that there's a little bit of light coming there. All right. Okay. So for these Where's the magenta from yesterday? Magenta. Okay. I'm going to sharpen this one very sharp. Next time I use them, I'm going to have forgotten and I'm going to go really hard and I'm going to break. Okay, so on the top of the trees, we put some magenta flowers. We're going to do the same thing over here.